All right, welcome back, everyone, to Books, Buddies, and Blanks, the book club podcast for the people who want to read but also feel like they just don't have the time, and where you get points for trying. I'm your host, Theresa.
And I'm your host, Maggie, and on today's episode of Books, Buddies, and Then There Was One, we're gonna get into some conflicts.
A lot of crying and a lot of interpersonal
There's so much
relationships.
If for those who mistakenly believe that men don't cry, Homer would prove you wrong.
Dude, men cry all the time. Like, all
Especially
the time.
in this book. Like, even in the earlier chapters that we've discussed, they're just crying.
And it's like
all the time.
And it's so funny too, because it's usually like about someone they met like a handful of times. And they're like, oh no, he was so cool and he's dead. And you're like, you haven't seen him in like 5 years. What are you talking about? And he's like, he's my best friend. You're like, no, you said that about the past like 30 people. You didn't have 30 best friends.
It's to be fair.
No.
It's gotta be hard when you live, like, everyone came together for Troy. So you've been with these people for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, all right, gotta go home. And then, like, you just lose touch because, ancient times.
Yeah, you can't just call or text. Even sending letters takes forever.
I mean, sending letters takes about the same amount of time that it would take for you to leave your kingdom to go visit your best friend.
Yeah, at that point you just might as well show up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, can you imagine, just because I think it's funny, if when people die, like, if people had phones during these, scenes, alright? It's just like Odysseus being like, running late, Penelope, be home soon. And then just later be like, I'm still alive, I am just stuck.
The date was like 9 years ago.
Right. BRB.
And it was like sent 9 years ago.
ETA 4 months. And then he doesn't come over.
Almost worse. That would actually be worse.
Because, like, you imagine it probably doesn't take that long for him to actually directly sail from Troy to Ithaca.
I don't know. We don't know, because no one directly sailed home on this book.
No one took the direct.
Menelaus took like 7 years. So, and he was the good group. Like, remember, because they split into 2 groups. Agamemnon probably was the closest. I think it probably did take him like a few months to a year, but then he got killed.
Yeah, then he got killed, which, don't worry, I have thoughts about that.
We're gonna talk. The tragedy of Agamemnon is repeated at least 5 more times. I swear to God.
It's honestly, it got to a point where I was like, I get it. You have your own play. Stop invading this one. Like, you have your own thing.
I also just feel like, what's his wife's name? Clytemnestra?
Clytemnestra.
Okay. So, you know how, like, you have, like, a certain, like, you're in class in elementary school or something, and you have a certain freedom, like, I can't actually think of anything off the bat, but, like maybe it was taking a book off the bookshelf or something. I don't know. Something dumb that, like, when you're 5, it feels like the greatest freedom in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you're so grown up because you get to do this. So, but then that one kid, like, did something wrong. Maybe maybe he threw a book on the ground, and now the entire class can't go to the bookshelf. That's kind of the feeling I get with Clytemnestra, is like, she is like the epitome of like the evil woman, femme fatale kind of figure, and it's like, girl,
yeah,
you just ruined it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
Yeah.
Truly. Why did you have to do that? Like, you just like ruined everything for the rest of us.
Yeah, no, when I was when I was reading it, when he was like, I was like, women suck, and like the whole womankind are awful. I'm like, why am I catching strays? I didn't do anything. I grew. It was just her.
I mean, honestly, the attitude towards women, specifically in this section, is like, did society really grow out of it?
Oh my god! All right, let's get
Okay,
back on track.
I promised I would be linear this time. Let's go to the Grace of the Witch. So, book 10. For me, the chapter name is The Grace of the Witch.
Ooh, I like that. Mine is the Bewitching Queen of Aea.
Ooh.
She is bewitching.
She is quite bewitching, and she's so much nicer than I thought she was gonna be.
She is interesting, in my opinion. She is nice, but it is very weird how quickly she switched up. I just think it's funny. She was like, I hate you all, you're all pigs. Anyway, you're kind of hot, though, so you know what? Maybe we're all cool. Maybe I was just being silly. Weird. Like, it was so quick for her to just be like, oh, okay. I guess we're all besties now.
Well, I'm trying to see what I said in my notes.
All right.
I did that thing again where I read this a week ago, and now I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I get you. All right. I do just quickly want to do my quick little summary spiel. So it actually starts. So they get to Aeolus's island, which is the floating islands, which is like one of the big things that the Odyssey is known for is like the floating islands of the wind god. Where like he's not so much a god as he is like an immortal guardian. Like the gods liked him so much that they're like, hey, we'll make you a guardian forever, and you're in charge of the winds, and you have a floating island. Cool for you. So like they show up and they're all cool and they chill there for a month. Let me just say, Odysseus is starting to be really leisurely with his way home.
He really is.
He stays for a month, and they chill, and then he gives him the wind bag.
Wait. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of something completely different.
Yeah. So they stay for a whole month, and he gives him the wind bag, and he's like, don't open it. You gotta keep it tight, because it's got the storm winds in it. And they get on the boat, and all of his dumbass crew are like, that's treasure, right? And he's like, no. And they're like, bet. And they open it, and it sends them all the way back to the floating islands, which is like awkward, because he's like, hey, long time no see. And the king's like, Aeolus is like, you're obviously cursed. Get the fuck out. Leave right now. And I was like,
his men has him a lot of problems in general.
They do. They're problematic, and quite honestly, they get what they got, and I think they deserved it.
Really? That's quite okay.
I think they got what they got.
Continue with the summary of the chapter, and we'll get into that later.
So then they end up on another island. It's the island of the giants, the Lygostrogonians. It's a big name. That's a big word for Elmo, and I'm not.
Wait, Lystrogonians?
Yeah, Lystrogonians, and they're cannibalistic giants, and
it's always fun.
They're like the epitome of bad host, kind of like the Cyclops, and they eat one of the guys, which sucks. But then they leave. They row away.
Well,
really
I imagine you want to hightail it out of there.
When one of your friends gets eaten, yeah. So they leave, and then they show up on Circe's island, and they're like, this is interesting. And so he sends people ahead. They don't come back. He sends more. They don't come back. And then he like goes himself, and he's like, oh boy. Oh no, Eurylochus comes back.
Hermes comes. He gets visited by Hermes.
Yes. So Eurylochus comes back, and he's like, she's sketchy AF. And then Hermes shows up and is like, hey, do you want some drugs? And he takes them.
That's exactly it. And
he really like,
contrary to what they teach you in school, when random gods come to you and offer you drugs, you say yes, sure.
I mean, honestly, if a dude with a golden wand and wings on his shoes just jumps in front of me. He's like, "You want this cool looking flower? It has magic." I'd be like, "You know what? Sure. Sure." And so,
Interesting.
yeah.
I think that's an interesting take, because I don't know about you, but I still have stranger danger in my
Actually,
head, as even as an adult woman.
you know what? Actually, if that did happen to me, if he was flying and he had wings on his shoes and a golden scepter, I would probably say no because I would assume I'm already on drugs. I'd be like, you know
I
what?
was about to say,
Probably
you don't
not.
think you'd be tripping by then?
I think maybe I would at least have the sound mind to go, I don't think more would be a good idea. Let's keep it where we are. I don't even know how we got here, but we stop here. This is the line.
Anyways, so
Yeah,
magic plant called Malu.
Molly
Molly?
Molly.
Oh, it is Molly. Sorry. It's Molu with the double dots
Yeah,
above you.
the umlaut.
Molly.
Yeah.
Do you think that's where the modern drug Molly comes from?
I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know.
I've never done drugs in my life, so I don't know.
I have heard people suggest that this is where the term holy moly comes from.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but it makes sense, at least.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
There's so many things that, like, we say, and then we don't really realize it comes from X.
Yeah, I actually had to think about that later on. Actually, did we even read that bit? Yes, we do. We do read that bit. I have bits later. So yeah, the drugs. And then he has his whole plan. He's like, go seduce her, kind of, and then sleep with her, but not really. When you're about to attack her, which there's a lot of that happening. I've noticed a lot of waiting and then ambushing people. It's kind of rude.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and so they oh, right. Then there was a bit about prophecies. We'll talk about that later. I have a thing about prophecies. So then he does the thing, and instead of that, instead of actually attacking her, he like convinces her. They like have a little tiff. They're like back and forth, and then she's like, you know what? Never mind. You're okay. You're cool.
They stay there for a year.
Then they stay there for a fucking year where I'm just gonna pretend he never slept with her, because that makes my heart happy. I know it says he did. I don't like that. So I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm gonna choose to ignore it.
It's like, I don't know what it is about Odysseus and witches.
Hot, powerful women. That's what he's into, I guess.
But like, I don't really care.
I just think it's funny that like she's like straight up about to kill him and all of his buddies, and then he sleeps with her, and then she goes, you know what? Maybe you're okay. And I'm like, really?
Is that good?
Was he that good in bed? Was he really?
All right, let's move on.
Okay, and then
wait, that is it.
Well, yeah, then
they stay for a year.
Yeah, they stay for a year, and then he's like, you know what? I think maybe I want to go home now after a year, and she's like,
at least it was voluntary this time.
Yes.
That's a plus. That's actually a huge improvement.
It is. He was willingly like, I want to go, and she was like, got it. I can't tell you.
The next time it wasn't, but this time it was.
Yeah. But she's like, yeah, I can't really tell you exactly where to go, but like I can tell you to go see Tiresias, and he's dead though, so you have to go to the underworld to talk to him. He's this cool prophet guy. He's blind.
But
there's
like,
a lot
it's
of
not
blind
really
prophets.
the underworld. It's like an island.
Yeah,
another island.
It's the kingdom of
Dead
the
Islands.
dead. Yeah, it's where the shades go.
It's like purgatory.
It's like purgatory, but yeah, it's interesting there. Kind of depressing, as we'll come to see.
Okay.
And so let's just shit. Yeah, get out of here. And then Elpenor dies. Um,
So one of the things that I think
I
is really
forgot about
interesting.
Elpenor.
Oh my gosh, what a way to go too.
After
Like,
everything, and he just fucking falls off of a roof.
we had the most pathetic death
Oh my
in the
god.
book. He got drunk and fell off a
It was
roof.
the dumbest way anyone's died so far. And I think
It
he's
has, and people
probably.
forgot. It's not just that he died, like got drunk, fell off a roof and
They
died.
left
It's
him!
also the fact that everyone just left him there and forgot about him
He's just.
until they said
Oh.
something about it later.
He's just on the roof taking a freaking nap, and then everyone's leaving, and he falls off. Rip that guy.
Oh, it actually it kind of hurt.
It
That
hurt. I was
hurt.
like, oof. Talk about not having a heroic death. You know? Like, at least if you die at sea, it's tragic and, like, cool, but that dude just fell off a roof.
Ah.
Alright, go on.
I think his real almost said Oedipus.
Oedipus.
Wow.
Odysseus.
I mean, he's mentioned.
He talks
Odysseus.
to him.
Odysseus
Yeah.
has a really interesting relationship with his men because
Yeah.
and this is kind of like what I think this is why I like survival stories and survival expeditions. I actually really enjoy reading those in nonfiction stories because you have the same tension between how much do you let on and how much how much information do you give to your group
Yeah.
and how much do you have to keep to yourself.
Uh-huh.
And that tension is constant, especially in the 3 books that we read this time.
Yeah.
And we first see it, I feel like the bag of wind.
Yep. The windbag.
The wind bag.
The windbag.
Was the first test of temptation, which they failed.
Yep. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Mm-hmm.
That's a song from the Epic the Musical concept album.
Really?
Yep. Yep. It's a good song. It's good.
I'm drinking water.
Good. Yeah, no, and that's why
it's really a test of temptation.
Yeah.
And so far, Odysseus has been the only one to resist temptation for the most part.
For the most part, unless it involves a very attractive woman. But he is somewhat tempted, apparently. Or when it involves belittling a Cyclops.
Who reminds me of?
Who?
Especially in the She reminds me of the witch in Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, yeah. She's very, like...
Because it's kind of like that paradise. They've been lost.
Yeah.
They get to this island. She lures them in with riches and food and wine.
Yeah.
And then turns them into pigs to be eaten.
Yeah.
Like, that basically sounds almost exactly like Hansel and Gretel.
It's very similar. Also, that is the song Puppeteer from Epic the Musical concept album.
You know, I actually drank a lot of water today, and I don't want to have to go refill my water bottle in the middle of the episode.
That's super fair. A lot of the songs show up in these books, so I'm gonna keep putting them out there as we come across them. Because I mean, Circe's saga was its own chunk of things. So you had Puppeteer, Wouldn't You Like, which is where Hermes gives him the molly. Then you have Done For, which is where he confronts Circe, and then There Are Other Ways, in which Circe tries to seduce him. He says nah, and instead she gives him the information about Tiresias in the underworld. That's the Circe.
I mean, Circe actually does a lot for Odysseus.
She is, and you know, I will say, the Epic the Musical concept album puts her in a pretty favorable light. She's a baddie, and everyone loves her, and she's super awesome. because she's like, you know what, fair. You know what, I'll help.
It's like I kind of like associated Cersei like most other like in a I don't know why I associated her in a negative light, even though I had like no concept about her other than the fact that she was a witch that turns people into pigs.
Yeah.
But like, you know, she's all right.
She gets a really bad rap in a lot of other forms of literature talking about myth. She's always like viewed as like this, like a witch. She's bad. She's mean. But
well, witches are evil. Well, witches are canonically evil in a lot of lore.
Yeah. So it makes sense, but she's, yeah, I mean, even within the original source material, she's pretty chill. She's kind of like, you know,
and, you know,
fair.
I feel like also they needed the rest because you can kind of, even though like you can kind of see the tension and that tension is still present, like Odysseus kind of needed to let everyone just chill for a bit and kind of regain that authority that he needed in order to continue.
Especially after the
because he needed it.
Yeah.
They were about to go to the Isle of the Dead, and everyone was weeping.
Yeah,
Like they leave the islands weeping.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to run this back to Aeolus real quick. First off, I started calling him Aeoli in my notes because it's funny. But he has 6 daughters and 6 sons.
Oh,
and
I thought you were gonna. I purposely skipped it because I didn't want to get into it.
We don't have to get into it. I just think it's worth mentioning because it's fucking weird. His 6 daughters married his 6 sons, and that's weird. We can move on.
You know
now.
what also reminds me of?
What?
Oh gosh, what's that movie? I haven't seen it. But I know about it.
7 wives for 7 sons or something like that. They kidnap women.
They kidnap women and basically like force them to
be their wives.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up. I was thinking.
But it has a fun musical. See, this is the moral of the story, Theresa.
Yeah.
Everything that's really messed up, as long as you put it to song and dance.
Yeah. Also, I think it's neat that they come across a princess at one point on the Island of the Giants, who is drawing water.
Yeah. And
I was like,
and like tells them to go, like where to go, because it's another girl with a water pail.
No, I thought, you know what? So far, I've only seen women doing 3 things: weaving, something with water, or weeping. I just think it's very weird.
They played soccer that one time.
They did. They were throwing a ball back and forth, but they were in the water. It was water related.
Near water. They were out of the water by that point.
Yeah, but they were down there washing clothes. All right, it was a water related thing. All right, they're always around water, yarn, or they're crying.
Yeah,
it's just funny. That's like how they keep showing up.
It is really funny.
It is.
No, this is a pretty chill chapter, honestly. Like, all things considered. Yeah. Only 2 people died.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And so, that's really important because this is our title. More than 2 people died because when they were leaving the Island of the Giants, they threw boulders at them and only 1 ship made it out alive. Odysseus' ship. So all those other people, the scores of people on the other boats are super dead.
You're right. Sorry, it's been a week. That was a kind of that was a forgetful moment for me.
Right. It was like, oh yeah, then they all died.
The Isle of the Giants, like, it kind of forgetful.
It went back so quickly. It was like 2 pages. That was it.
It was literally 2. It was 2 pages, and we've gotten so much description in other parts.
Yeah.
Like, even the windbag got 4 pages.
Yeah, right? It's so interesting, the pacing sometimes. Okay.
Maybe there wasn't as much surviving material for it, like, that was left to translate. I mean, that's something we have to look into. Because that could also be the case. You never know with 4,000-year-old literature. Also, the thing with the 7 six sons and 6
Daughters.
daughters. Incest was totally okay in this point of time.
So totally.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, no, I know. They did a lot of that.
They like, it wasn't until, oh gosh, when it was outlawed to
Right.
not, you weren't allowed to marry your sibling.
Not that long ago, and that's really upsetting to me.
It is. I mean, it's still legal in some, like, I think, like, 17 states to
Yeah.
marry your first cousin.
Yeah, America, where you can marry your cousin.
Well, only in certain states.
Only in certain states.
Because state law and federal law is different.
I know, yeah, this is the U.S. Side note, when it introduces Cersei for the first time, and of course the first time we see her is weaving, I just wrote, bitches be weaving next to that. Cause all they do. Okay, what else?
Well, she kind of weaves the story a bit.
She does. Well, she's a weaver. That's what she do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any other notes I had on this chapter. Some kind of prophecy. Why are there so many freaking prophecies that people just like
all in one go?
They just bring them up randomly, like, oh no, the prophecy.
I mean, it's only okay, so to be fair, this one isn't necessarily a prophecy. She's just telling him where to go to get the prophecy.
Well,
she's telling him what to do, to go to get to the person to tell him what to do, and then he gets back to her island where she gives him, like, a prophecy.
Well, I was talking about when she first encounters him and she isn't affected, or he isn't affected by her drugs, and then she's all like,
yeah.
Oh, Hermes always said that you would come, because you're Odysseus, you know? The line itself is, in my book, is, you have a mind and you, no magic can enchant. You must be Odysseus, man of twists and turns. Hermes, the giant killer, god of the golden rod. He always said you'd come. And I'm like, so, how many people just knew Odysseus was showing up? And everyone forgot. Conveniently. Like, if you had a prophecy that some guy named Odysseus was gonna come up on you, I would be like, everybody. I'm like, what's your name?
That Hermes told her. Mine doesn't actually say that Hermes told her. It just says it was foretold.
Yeah, but still, she knew. You gotta stop asking people their names. This is important. They might be Odysseus and they might be there to kill you. You never know.
Well, I think one of the major points of the story is that you should, treat people with manners, at least, and respect before asking their name.
Which is kind of weird. I mean, true. But that's why, like, the people who don't, there's always a freaking prophecy that's like, you idiot, you should have asked for his name. Except the Cyclops technically did, and he was lied to. That one's on him, though.
Honestly, I kind of vibe with prophecies. I think we should have prophecies more in books.
Oh, for sure. I miss prophecies. Like, I just thought it was really funny.
The prophecy era. Like, I mean, Percy Jackson was kind of the last of it. It was kind of like on the end of, you are the prophesied one.
You're the chosen kid.
You're the chosen one. But prophecy is different than chosen one.
That's true. That is true.
And I actually, not to, go back to the pop culture series that is based on Greek mythology. I'm not going to spoil anything, but, I really liked how prophecy was dealt in that book, because it did feel very Greeky.
It did. It was very, okay, this is kind of how they rolled. This is kind of their jam.
But also kind of, in Lord of the Rings, there is a sense of prophecy, not like an explicit prophecy, but there is a sense of prophecy that the king will come again. Aragorn will come again.
Yeah.
So, but throughout the book, it's him trying to live up to it, and him feeling that he is able to take hold of the mantle and fulfill this role instead. So it's kind of a chosen one, but it's all and prophecy-esque type thing, but it's like the character's inner turmoil of trying to do his best to fulfill the expectations that have been laid out for him.
Yeah. That makes
So it
sense.
kind of can go either way. Like if written well, I mean any trope if written well, I think can be good.
Yeah.
That's the kind of the thing with tropes. It's like if written well, even tropes that I don't like can be I will love.
Yeah.
But if not written well, it's like there's certain tropes I'm like, if this isn't written well, I will hate it.
Yeah, that's yeah, that makes sense.
And prophecy is like one of those. It's like even if it's written poorly, it's been out of the mainstream for so long that I feel like once it's introduced again, and it's like it can be like, you can do some fun things with it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm really into the fact that like non-linear storytelling is coming back into fashion, where people are starting to do that again
Mm.
with
I
cinema
mm.
and shows.
I both like and don't like it.
I think it's cool. I miss it. I thought it was fun. But it's not always done well. Sometimes I've seen movies or shows where it's too confusing. I'm like, you're trying too hard. You're trying too
Well,
hard.
one of the main when I was in college, I used to like watching the CW shows with a mutual friend of ours. It's like the superhero shows,
Yeah.
and they're not good,
Oh
but they
yeah.
were fun.
Yeah.
It's like the epitome of like you know what you're getting into, and it's
Oh
not
yeah.
quality, but
Uh-huh.
it's fun when you're watching with people.
Yeah.
And there's one in particular that it was it was the Green Arrow one. So it's like you have the
Um
present. It was like every single episode was that non-linear storytelling
yeah,
structure
yeah.
where it was you have the present and then you have what happened on the island that relates to the present.
Oh yeah, that
So
can be
if you
annoying.
have two entirely different storylines going on.
Once upon a time was like that. Where they and
Yeah. Yeah,
that
yeah. When that
got
was on Netflix,
confusing.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
And it worked okay, but like I didn't like the show, and it I think I was just like I didn't like it enough.
It
Sometimes it was too because I think the nonlinear structure works when it ties into and is relevant to like where you are in the present.
yeah.
But once you kind of have two completely separate stories going on,
Yeah. Then it starts to
the
yeah.
yeah,
No, I agree.
the only well, Lord of the Rings isn't like that. Lord of the Rings is interlacing structure, which is completely different.
Yeah.
Not completely different, but it is different enough that I'm like, oh wait, that's something different.
Yeah. And to
Because
be
I do
fair,
actually really enjoy interlacing structure,
I do
where
too.
kind of people start, separate, and then come back together.
Yeah, that can be fun.
I think that's really fun.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you have a book that has like, the perspective changes from chapter to chapter. Like this is so and so's chapter, and then the next chapter
Yeah,
is like this other person. They do that a lot. Brandon Sanderson does that a lot.
he does.
He does, but he does it well. I
I
feel like
liked that in Warbreaker.
I did. I really loved it in Warbreaker because like every time I loved it too in Way of Kings. Like every time I'm like, ooh, this is a good place to end. Oh, we're moving to a new person. Like he was paced it really well. So like I never felt like, oh, like no, go back, do more. Except Kaladin. I was always like,
Mm.
more Kaladin chapters.
Oh my gosh, you know what book series you would like? And it's a really good series. It's a really good book to like read before bed.
Oh.
I'm like on the last book of the Prydain Chronicles? Chronicles of Prydain
Oh.
by Lloyd Alexander. It's like the Book of Three, the Black Cauldron, the Castle of
Oh, I
Lear.
know of it. I've never read it though.
It's so good.
Yeah.
My brother recommended it to me, and because he reread them, and I didn't always read the same books as my brothers growing up.
Yeah.
Um, and so I'm rereading some of the books that they did read growing up, and they still hold up. I'm enjoying it so much. I think because it's actually based on Welsh folklore instead of just
Yeah.
saying it was inspired by Welsh folklore.
Yeah.
You know those stories where it's like, oh, this is inspired by this kind of folklore, and it's like, okay, mentioning something once and
Yeah.
then telling us it's based on this, but it doesn't, the actual story does not reflect the spirit of this at all. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
that does not
it's
sit
not
well
quite
with
the
me.
same.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, but it's so good. I'm so loving it.
Okay.
Anyways, we should move on to chapter
Yes,
11.
we should. So, chapter 11, The Kingdom of the Dead.
Mine is just a gathering of shades. It's
Nice.
basically purgatory.
It's
Like
basically
that's like where my mind
purgatory.
goes. It's like basically they're visiting purgatory.
They refer to it in
Which
my book as, what do they call it?
oh no, they don't say purgatory explicitly in my book. It's just that's what
Yeah.
it feels
I
like.
just wanted to find. Okay, this is still. They're still talking to freaking that lady. House of Death is what they call it.
Ah.
Um,
Oh.
what do you think? The
Okay. So in
summary?
Lord of the Rings. Oh, real quick. So in
Okay.
Lord of the Rings, um, you have the Halls of Manos? Halls of Manos, I believe. And it's the House of the Dead, and it's where like you get sorted into like because this is kind of like something that's really interesting is like elves and men don't actually go to the same heaven.
Yeah.
They get separated. So that's like the whole point. Okay, anyways, continue. Sorry, summary.
No, you're good. The summary's really quick, even though this is like a very long chapter. It's quite literally, they get there, they do like the offerings that Cersei told them to do, the prayers to the gods, and then they just talk to a bunch of dead people. Like a lot of dead people.
Well,
Including
it's kind of
Tiresias.
like yeah, but it's like if you're telling that if like Homer's telling this to an audience, he's mentioning a lot of things that people will recognize. It's like, oh
Yes.
hey, there's a cameo from this
Yeah, it's a
person.
lot of name
And that
dropping.
person, and this person,
Like
and that person.
you know that guy, and that other
Oh my gosh,
guy.
no way, that guy was there too?
A real throwback to my other epic I wrote called the Iliad.
Oh my god.
It's really funny. But
So this just like,
he talks to Tiresias, and he's pretty much like, yeah, I mean, you could get home, but just don't touch the what do you say? He said don't. He's like, yeah, don't touch the freaking cattle on the island of the sun god. That's
wait,
his.
where is Tyrese? Is Tiresias in the beginning?
He is. It's for me it starts around 110 is where he starts
Okay,
talking to Tiresias.
I see it. I see it.
And
Okay.
he's the blind prophet. He could see the future and the past and all the possibilities. And he's like, yeah, you could get home and it could be cool. Just don't touch the cattle of Helios because he loves
Mhm.
those
Well, he
sheepies.
also says you need to have one key line around 120 is
Yeah.
one narrow strait you may take through his uh, but anguish lies ahead. The god who thunders on the land prepares it, not to be shaken from your track, implaceable. A rancor for the sun whose eye you blinded. One
Yes.
narrow strait may you take through his blows. Denial of yourself, restraints his shipmates. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like you have to have it's like you have to have the inward journey
Yes.
that he doesn't really, that doesn't happen until
No.
much later.
Yeah.
And you have to like kind of proving himself as a leader, which he doesn't always do.
Yeah. Mutiny is a big word for this episode. Um, and
Maybe you should
yeah,
have been best buddies in Mutiny.
it could have been. It's fine. Um, yeah. So he's like, yeah, you could get home. Just don't touch the cattle. You did kind of screw things up with the Cyclops already. I can't help you with that one. Just know that Poseidon is pissed. And your crew are gonna be a little wily, and you're gonna have to wrangle them in. And then also there's gonna be a bunch of dudes at your house, and you're gonna have to kill them. You're gonna have to kill them. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. He was just like, hey, here's what you will have to do to get back home and die an old man.
Yeah. Basically, like, if you do this, I see that you destruction for your ship and crew, and that you will survive alone, bereft of all companions, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Which, prophecies.
Also, make sure you do the hecatombs. Hecatombs are pretty big.
Yeah, hecatombs. Yeah.
Which, like, if you consider the price of the amount of cattle that you have to sacrifice, only rich people in this world can actually please the gods.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, he saw his dead mom.
Okay, that was so sad.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
So
his dad is still alive, tending the fields of Ithaca, but it turns out his mom, hung herself from grief.
Yeah, she died of heartache.
It's so sad.
I
was so sad. This made me so sad. This was... it made me tear up a little, honestly. I didn't quite cry. Yeah. This book hasn't made me cry yet, but that was close.
Yeah, okay, so some fun bits about the epic musical concert album. This song is The Underworld. And it's pretty much it starts off with him mourning his lost friends and people he's lost along the way, and then he sees his mother. And so Jay, the guy that wrote this and does the voice of Odysseus, he released that song on Mother's Day, and his own mother plays the voice of Odysseus' mother. And so the song broke me. I was crying. It was so sad because it's just him being like, "Mom, I miss you," and her being like, "I miss my son." It was rough. It was a rough one.
That's a whole other level of messed up, honestly.
It was genius. It was genius. His mom has a beautiful voice.
I think that's actually kind of messed up.
No, actually, no, I lied. He released that song earlier. He released on Mother's Day the recording of his mom recording in the studio. That's what he released that day.
Okay, I was about to say, that's a bit too much for me.
That is, because he releases them as sagas, so, releasing the Underworld saga on Mother's Day would have been real dark.
Yeah.
I think he released it in, March or something like that.
I get being dark a little bit, especially in terms of, you're writing a musical about the Odyssey, but, that kind of... That if it was that way, I was like, oh, that's a bit too dark for me.
I mean, that was one of the darkest albums, other than the last one, because it was The Underworld, which we saw here. Then it was No Longer You, which is him talking to Tiresias, and Tiresias being like, you'll get home, you'll be a different man, because of everything you'll have to do to get there. And then it was Monster, which is pretty much just Odysseus being like, fine, I'm going to stop playing nice. He's been playing nice this whole time. And he's like, I'm going to be a ruthless monster. And I always love, because that's the darkest song of the whole album, essentially. And I just love when Jay announced that he was doing that song. He was like, it goes something like this. Let me give you a sneak peek. And he goes, I am a monster, bar, bar, bar. It's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of name drops.
After that is, a bunch of women come up.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah. I will say, I thought it was
the mother of Odysseus.
Yes, she comes first.
Not Odysseus. It's the mother of Odysseus. The mother of Oedipus is in this too.
She actually no. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So I know. Yes, I know. Oedipus's mother and wife hangs herself, because that's how that play ends. I don't think that Odysseus' mother hangs herself. I think she just says, at least in my copy, she just dies of grief. She gets so sad she dies of heartache.
Wait. One second.
Yeah, because mine just says, and with...
Let me just double check, because I feel like... No, she did take her own life away.
Oh, she did? Okay.
Yeah, in my copy, she took her own life.
Oh. And mine just says, talking about his dad, with his old age bearing hard on him too, his grief growing as he longs for your return, and I, with the same grief, I died and met my fate.
So mine's a bit different. Because it's like, he lies now, even so, with aching heart, and longs for your return while age comes on him. So I too pined away, so doom befell me. Not that the keen-eyed huntress with her shafts had marked me down and shot to kill me. Not that illness overtook me. No true illness, wasting the body to undo the spirit. Only my loneliness for you, Odysseus. For your kind heart and counsel, gentle Odysseus, took my own life away.
Oh, so for mine it says, and you with your quickness, you and your gentle ways, that tore away my life that had been sweet. I just took that as, like, she just was grieving to a point where she died, which is a real phenomenon. So people do it.
The dying of a broken heart is a thing.
Yeah.
But, like, because of the specific word choice in mine, it really does kind of denote that she unalived herself.
Interesting. Yeah, I just took that to mean that she just was so sad she died, which, you know, it happens. Alright, well, yeah, so...
Okay, we need to move on from this.
We do. It's already depressing enough. Right,
yeah.
So a bunch of ladies...
We're seeing a bunch of dead people. It's a depressing chapter.
A
bunch of women come visit him, and then this is, like, the first time we've broken the fourth wall in, like, 3 chapters.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, immediately, after he lists a bunch of women who come visit him, then the king at Styria, the Phaeacians. And mine is Phaeacian.
Oh, okay.
It's Phaeacian.
Yes.
So the king's like, wait, you've just been mentioning women this whole time.
Yeah.
And then Odysseus is like, yeah, and this is a long story, but if you want, I can continue. And he's like, yeah, we want to hear the rest of the story.
I will say, that was a jump scare to me, because I was, like, reading all these women, and then suddenly the queen shows up, and I'm like, wait, she's not dead, is she? I was like, oh, no, we're just jumping out of the story. It scared me now.
Myra's, yeah, because it is Myra who stands up. It's like, whoa, okay, we are actually, it was such a, like, oh, wait, this is the story that he's telling.
Right.
This isn't the first
You're like, right, this isn't, it
is really interesting to see the play where it's like first person, play on first person, third person.
Yeah, the stories within stories.
Yeah, but, like, I also, one thing that I think you gotta give Odysseus credit for is he could be spinning the story to make himself seem better than he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, he fully admits, like, even in the Isle of the Cyclops, he fully admits, he's like, no, I got angry. Like, I turned around.
I fucked up.
I did not.
I messed up. My bad.
And then in the other parts, it's like, yeah, I could have done, I messed up.
Yeah.
It's kind of a confession of sorts. Like, he's in reconciliation.
Yeah.
Okay. Reconciliation. He's reconciling his past deeds.
I do have a couple of very, very small notes about some of the women that he talked to. The first lady. So if if Tyro is the wife of Aeolus's son, does that mean that that's also Aeolus's daughter?
What?
Yeah, so when
Wait,
he
who's Aeolus?
the wind god guy that had 6 sons and six
Oh yeah.
daughters.
Yeah.
So if it's
Did one of them die?
I don't know. That's the thing. Is like if it's his wife, if it's his son's wife, that also means that's his daughter, unless it's a second wife that I don't know about.
Oh wait, I see. That is the first one.
Yeah, I was just like, but it doesn't matter because that guy gets cucked anyway by Poseidon. So sorry. If a god wants your lady, too bad. Too bad.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I purposefully wanted to forget about that.
Right. And then there's another lady who was apparently.
Dude, there's like 3 other women, like possibly 5. 3 other women? I think it's 2. 3. No. 2? 3. There's a lot of Zeus's lovers in this.
I was gonna say, like, then this next lady was like, oh, I'm so proud because I slept with Zeus, and I'm like, that is not a short list, ma'am.
No, because then like 3 other women come up and it's like, oh, this was also Zeus's mistress. And also, like, there's a note that says like, oh, it's gross. Whenever a god sleeps with a woman, is like they automatically just get impregnated.
Oh my god, yeah, that was that first guy. Was it? No, who was it? It was some other guy. You're right, he was like, if you sleep, you're gonna immediately get pregnant. I'm like, that's gross. Oh yeah, no, it was Poseidon, the first guy.
Why can't we just do immaculate conception for everyone? Like, that's the way to go.
It's rough.
I think immaculate conception's the way to go.
I mean,
the Greeks should have gotten it together by this point.
You know what? As gods, yes. But today, as science, we have in vitro. So we have ways. We have the science. Yeah, and then Oedipus and his whole big yikes of a life. Which we'll skip that for reasons.
Okay, so I've only ever read Antigone. I have not read the whole Oedipus Rex trilogy. I've only read Antigone, and I actually remember really liking Antigone in high school.
Antigone was good. I've read it probably about a dozen times because it was big in my undergrad. Like, every class was like, we're gonna read Antigone. Like, because
it also had to deal with natural law.
Yes,
and it was like natural law versus the king's law, like the law of the land.
Yeah, and
so it was really interesting. But I liked Antigone as a character. Because she was one of the only
she's pretty baller.
Greek women who actually like stood up for herself.
Yeah, she had a
I mean, it didn't end well for her.
No.
But like I actually really liked her character.
Yeah. I read Oedipus Rex, which is the first one. And then I read Antigone a good chunk of times. I can't remember what the third one is, but I read parts of it.
Wait, Antigone is the third one.
Is it?
The second one.
Which one am I thinking?
Yeah, it's Oedipus Rex. Antigone's the last one because Oedipus is like blinded himself and gone into exile by that point, and his uncle's the one who's ruling. And then, well, actually, so his sons kill each other in an inheritance war, and then the uncle's the one that's ruling, and Antigone's like married to her cousin.
Yeah, so it's Oedipus Rex, Gospel at Carne-Ross, and then Antigone. There was another one.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I've read them a handful of times. It's one big cruise enough. That was enough for me.
You were in my class.
I'm
pretty sure you were in my class.
I'm good. I'm good.
Some of the classes is like, right? I'm pretty sure you were in all my English classes.
I'm pretty sure. I almost. I had. I don't want to say names. Actually, never mind. I was gonna list
Yeah, let's not rehash high school. It was a rough time for us.
We're good. We're good. And
then good now.
And then there were some twins, which that was weird.
Yeah.
They like one. That was interesting.
Part of the reason why I was also very short at the time, so it like I have a very different viewpoint. Of,
literally.
Like, then and now.
Anyway. But the twins that Zeus killed.
Ariadne's mentioned in this. I forgot. Ariadne's mentioned right before.
I have many thoughts, many opinions. Mostly because there's a lot of different.
I read. It was like one of the only Greek retellings I've read because people in the book world really liked it. Like, there's a book, Ariadne.
Yes.
I forget the author. And it's one of the only Greek retellings I've read. I think it is the only Greek retelling I read that was published in the 21st century.
Huh.
And, it was fine.
Okay.
That's, like, all I can say about it. It's like, it was fine. It was a good audiobook.
There's a lot of different...
It didn't really stick with me.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different interpretations of Ariadne's final fate, I guess, like where she ends up. This one is not the one I kind of ascribe to, which, you know, Greek myth is all just like...
her on the Isle of Dia at a word from Dionysus?
Yeah.
Isn't Dionysus her husband?
Yes. So some say she dies. Others say that after Odysseus ditches her, Dionysus saves her, and she becomes...
So in the modern retelling, it was like he seduces her and then ditches her. In this, like in the short paragraph that I have in the Odyssey,
yeah,
kind of makes it sound like he kidnapped her and raped her, which honestly sounds more in line with how things went.
Yeah, there's some that depict it as she wanted to run away with him, and others that he kidnapped her. Regardless, most of the time she ends up with Dionysus and becomes the goddess of labyrinths, mazes, and puzzles, which is like so baller. Like,
he also has it's
I
like
love
one
that
of the
for
few
her.
It's like one of the healthier relationships, right?
Yeah. Dionysus is pretty cool. He's really low key as far as the pantheon goes, so he doesn't have like much that like he gets like real intense about, like Poseidon does.
Actually, you might like Ariadne.
The book?
Fine,
I'll check it out.
I thought it was fine, but oftentimes things that I think are fine, you actually really love.
Fair enough.
Because we have very different tastes.
We do. We do indeed. But yeah, go ahead.
It wasn't a poorly written book. It's just...
Yeah. You know.
Greek retellings have kind of been overdone at this point.
I don't think they could ever be overdone. That's my hot
I think
take.
they're a bit overdone.
I love him so much. I'm so
obsessed. I get having an influence on the story.
Yeah.
But, like, kind of, like, I'm waiting for, like, a more, you know, different. I think it's, like, on its way out.
Hey, that's my whole channel.
Well, I like the original Greek material, obviously.
Yeah, no, I get you, though.
No, I forgot about that.
Yeah, man.
Because it's like, yeah, but that, I kind of ascribe that to, like, the, what's the one tune?
Lord Olympus?
Yeah, like, it's so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to
It's also, like, done.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it yet, and I need to.
Oh, I have... when did I stop reading it?
I don't know, but I want to see the end. I need justice for that bitch. We all know who I'm talking about.
I don't, because I stopped reading it.
Oh, this was early. You know what? This isn't even a spoiler because this happened like within the first couple chapters. Apollo.
Oh, seriously? It took that long?
Oh, he gets worse. He
Oh
gets
my goodness.
worse.
It takes that long?
He
That long?
Let me tell you something. The way
this is why I stopped.
way
it's
he's
like, all right,
written-
I kind of just need the. I was like, it's like part of the reason why I love the 16 episode K-drama format is it ends. It's a completed story and it ends.
Yeah.
Sometimes 16 episodes is too much even.
Laura,
but like
when this ends, it's done.
Ends, it doesn't go on for seasons and seasons and seasons.
Okay.
And that's kind of how that felt.
Okay. I'm gonna give
let's move on.
one remark
because we need to go to the men. We need to go to the dead men.
We do.
Of this chapter.
We do. I just want to say one last note about Apollo, as written by the author of Lord Olympus, right? Not like all Apollos everywhere. This particular Apollo made me feel bad for Zeus. He was that. He got that bad that I was like, wait, hold up.
Wow.
I was like, oh my god, you made me root for Zeus. You made me be on I'm on Zeus's side now, somehow.
Even when Zeus is being halfway decent, you hate Zeus.
I know. He got so bad, and I need to finish it. I haven't had the time.
That's funny, because like Apollo and other things that I've like seen, it's like, he's okay. This one is like, he's awful. He's evil. He's like the main antagonist, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. All right, so then we had that weird, right? We had the weird break in the story from the Phoenicians being all like, "Hey, you've been talking about women a lot. What about the men?" And I do
men are the ones who only men really matter, right?
Men matter. I do think it's funny though that Odysseus is like, I'm having such a good time here. If you asked me to stay a whole year, you know what? I might do it. And I'm like, dude, you're in no hurry, are you? I thought you wanted to get home.
What I also liked is he kind of pauses and like eyes the king is like, how do I stand now in your eyes?
Now that you've heard more,
like you have like this preconception of me, like do I live up to that?
Right.
Because he knows he doesn't. So so that's part of that reconciliation piece is like coming to terms with his actions. And I feel like even though it's kind of out of left field that you break the story is like, oh, you kind of took us out of the story. It kind of also allowed that inner turmoil to show through even more.
Yeah, and I think it does a really good job of being like, hey, you thought I was like super cool. It's kind of like one of those never meet your hero moments, but in this case, like, he's still pretty cool.
Right.
They're like, no, you're cool.
It was also a moment of forgiveness and grace, especially on the part of the fight. I'm gonna keep saying Fiakian, even though I know it's probably the other way around. The king.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a part of like forgiveness and grace from the king to say, but we need to finish your story.
Yeah. And then he's like, if I have to if you insist that I continue, then I suppose I will.
Yeah.
And then Agamemnon.
So, Agamemnon, he is bitter.
He is so bent out of shape.
He's so bitter.
He's so bitter. Because he's like, can you believe it? I went home and then my wife kills me. Which I have a lot of notes here about Cassandra because there's a lot to unpack about Cassandra. If you'll give me like a minute.
Who's Cassandra?
Cassandra is the priestess that was also like a mistress concubine to Agamemnon. Clytemnestra kills her. It's such a small line, but it matters a lot to me because the myth of Cassandra is really sad.
She's not named in this. And she's not actually named in my copy. I think it was just that he killed my favorite person.
Okay, so actually, this matters a lot. which is why I want to just give a little bit of context behind this character, because it matters a lot, not only to me, because it's a very interesting story, but also to the Oresteia. So,
Cool.
she's the daughter of Priam, so sister to Hector, Paris, and a bunch of other people, right? So, like, she's...
Unfortunate for her.
Right,
I mean, Hector's great, but they both have the unfortunate...
Oh, God. They shared DNA with that tool. Yeah. He kind of screwed that whole family over, and that whole country over. Damn, he sucks.
Oh, I see Cassandra now. Sorry. Okay. I kind of... It's been a week for me, okay?
No, it's fair. It stood out to me because I really like this character.
Okay.
So
continue.
She was like a priestess in Troy, and also a princess, and Apollo falls in love with her, and she kind of rebuffs him, and he does not take rejection well, and so he curses her with prophetic visions that no one will ever believe. So she's cursed with knowledge and insight, and no one will ever believe her, and so she is viewed as a mad woman. She is seen as crazy. And Agamemnon eventually takes her, and it becomes, his. And so she's been in freaking not Sparta, Athens. Athens, no. Oh God, I can't remember where he rules. But she's back home, I believe. Or no, I think he takes her with her. Okay, regardless, when they get back and they're doing this whole thing, Aegisthus, Clytemnestra's boy toy, kills Agamemnon, and Clytemnestra kills Cassandra. Right before this, though, she prophesies his death. She says, "Hey, you're gonna die. You're gonna get brutally murdered," and no one believes her because that's her whole bit. No one believes her, and so it's just after Agamemnon dies, she's just like, that sucks, and then she dies. And it's really depressing because she's just like a really tragic character that's like her only purpose is to like convey to the audience.
I think I can kind of see like Agamemnon's so bitter. He's like, she didn't even close my eyes and mouth, like, when people die and it's like their eyes
like Clytemnestra was
the minutest courtesy
she's
denied to him.
Yeah, she's a bitch. I'll say she was a bad character. When Orestes,
so like immediately following Agamemnon's rant session, it's like Odysseus also jumps in with the woman bashing.
Yeah, I was like, oh whoa.
This is like where I was like, oh my gosh, because of this one woman, she just ruined it for the rest of us.
Yeah, thanks Clytemnestra. Yeah.
This is also, which is really funny, it's like this is the only like super explicit all women are awful in this book.
Yeah, there's like a whole paragraph of Agamemnon being like, women suck, and if they're angry at you, which, like, to be fair, it's a pretty good depiction of like feminine rage, like when a woman wants to fuck you up, she gonna do it. She will.
Feminine rage is actually
they're really scary. I don't like that Odysseus had bad things. No wait. Yeah, Odysseus said bad things about Helen. I was like, hey, you don't do that.
I don't like this. This is like, you're good.
It's like, not in my house.
Not my house.
Not in my house.
Oh, it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. She got kidnapped.
It wasn't. And then Agamemnon just has to. And then Agamemnon follows it up by being like, yeah, don't tell your wife everything. You got to keep secrets from them. I'm like, do not encourage lying to your spouse.
Oh my god.
That's not a healthy relationship.
I think it's safe to say that no one should ever take marriage advice from Greek epics.
Unless, okay, never mind. I'll say unless it's Odysseus, but then even then, like, technically he's slept with other women.
He does. And he just bashed all women.
He did. You know what?
Hector has a good relationship with his wife. That's pretty much
he's
it.
a good one. He's a good one. I gotta say the Odysseus from the original Odyssey by Homer, and Odysseus in the epic musical. That's a guy. That's a guy. We like that guy.
Two different Odysseus.
Very different, but I like that one a lot more. Speaking
I was honestly really disappointed that we didn't get to see Hector again.
Yeah, but then again, why would Hector visit him?
Something. Before we move on from Agamemnon, I did highlight something.
I did too.
It was, and empty words are evil.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
But also, it's like right after he says, when you land back on Ithaca, land in secret.
Yes.
Which is a key part of the plot, I know.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's where he got that from. Yeah. But afterward, it was, son of Atreus, why do you ask these questions of me? Neither news of home have I, nor news of him, alive or dead. And empty words are evil. Because it's after he asked about his son.
Yeah.
You know, what news? And he's like, I don't know.
Mine says, what wrongs to lead you on with idle words? And he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you lies. Sorry, I don't know. Just side note, before I move on, when Agamemnon mentions Penelope, he says that she was a young bride, and I just have questions about young, because if he's calling her young for their time period...
She was probably 13, Theresa.
I still think it's weird, and you can't change my mind. Anyway.
Well, that was like the age of adulthood back then.
Yes.
It's like,
still creepy.
And like, because in the like Jewish tradition, still today, they celebrate the bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah. It's like when you become a woman.
13, you're a woman now. That's not how that works. I mean, sexual maturity does not equal adulthood. Your brain is even close to being fully formed.
It's barely sexual maturity, too.
Barely sexual maturity. It's like the star of sexual maturity. The world's weird. All right.
I can tell you for sure, it was not for me.
Yeah. Actually, I was really early, so by then
I was so late.
I was very early. Yeah, it was confusing. Confusing times.
Anyways, moving on.
Moving on to a freaking Achilles. That guy's dead now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is so funny because it's a specter of Achilles because Achilles got into Elysium.
Yeah. He's like, I'm so cool.
Also, Patroclus isn't mentioned once.
Oh my god.
Patroclus is off, probably also in Elysium, but also, he's not mentioned once. Also, Achilles doesn't give two shits about his wife. And he only cares about his son. And I mentioned to this before the show with Theresa. It's like, I completely forgot. Totally. Yeah. I do not think of Achilles as a father at all. He does not give off dad energy whatsoever.
No, he gives off, he's got such frat boy energy that I'm like, oh god, he reproduced.
I didn't even remember that he had a son until it was, once mentioned. He's so forgettable.
He's so forgettable. And yet, from the way Odysseus describes him, he's just a mini-me. He's just a mini Achilles.
Achilles, which isn't that a scary
Which is kind of scary.
But, to be fair, where the Iliad ends, we don't see
his death.
Peleus, be the bomb. So, in our minds, it's not, he's forgettable.
Yeah.
But in, the overarching legends, he probably isn't that forgettable. But man,
I mean,
I can't believe he's. I still can't believe. It's still just oh my gosh. He speaks to one live person, and the only thing he can talk about is his son. And I'm like, whoa, who is this person?
He's like, tell me the news of my gallant son. I'm like, who? And then 2 paragraphs later, he says his name, and I'm like, I've never seen that name in my life. Who are you?
Who is this person? You have a son? You actually cared about him?
You have children?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just goes back to his cool afterlife where he's
Yeah.
chill. And then Ajax.
Let me say Ajax.
Ajax
is weird.
he's bitter.
He's like a weird embittered soul.
He's big mad. I just wrote, dang, he big mad in my notes.
But like, I don't understand. Like, I get that he got Achilles' armor. That was like the whole thing about it. But like,
Yeah.
it was not funny how he died.
Yeah. That's not like it's such a weird grudge to hold on to when you're dead.
But like oh my gosh, because Oedipus is mentioned once in this chapter, I keep mixing it up with Odysseus. Like, they're not even a similar name. I don't know why I keep doing that. But like, even Odysseus is like, man, you were a hunk of a man. We miss you.
Yeah, you were so cool. We love you. We miss you. And he's still just like,
Calamitous arms, and they're just like, man, he was what a man, Ajax.
And then he just shuffles away, all bitter and angry.
He got taken down by some armor, so he's really bitter about that.
And that's his thing to deal with. That's why he's not in Elysium.
That's why he's in purgatory.
That's why he's still holding on to that as a shade. Then he sees Minos briefly, and then he sees Orion, and these are like to him like cool celebrity names for him. So he's like, oh my god, I got to see Minos. I got to see Orion.
These are like celebrity cameos.
Also, Orion's been mentioned twice in this book. And they describe him as being very, very handsome. And so I'm like, oh, okay, Orion was super hot. Good to know.
I mean, pretty much every hero is super hot.
That is true. All these
like,
heroes, these big
how
names.
How can you be heroic without being super hot?
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of tragic characters, which I've known of before because I've read the Odyssey, and they're some of my favorite characters, even though they're mentioned so briefly in Greek myth.
Like Tantalus.
Tantalus, because it's tantalizing.
Ha ha ha!
That's where it comes from. It's tantalizing.
I know.
And then you have Sisyphus and the Sisyphean task. It's an impossible task. And then you have Titus, which like.
Is that word?
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
That was a bad dad joke.
Okay. I got you. But yeah, he's just living with his fun little punishment from Zeus for, stealing Leto away. And she's the mother of Artemis and Apollo. Just side note.
Oh, I mean, everyone knows you can't touch a woman after Zeus has been with her.
Yeah, that's just, you don't do that.
Yeah, but then everyone, like ghosts start to notice the.
Real quick. So he sees Hercules.
Are you gonna mention Heracles?
No, I mean, I wasn't actually gonna talk about Heracles. I wanted to talk about Hebe, who is the daughter of Zeus and Hera. And just the fact that they're like, and she had these attractive ankles, and I'm like, you guys,
ravishing.
You need
ravishing was the word.
Oh, for me, it's lithe, alluring ankles, and I'm like, you guys.
I have ravishing pale ankles.
Lay off the braids and the ankles. That's all they talk about. That's it. Just this. They're like, woo, ankles. I was like, you guys. Chill.
This starts to make sense.
So yeah, and then the ghosts start being all creepy and weird, and he has to be like, bye, and he runs away.
Well, they kind of start swarming.
They do.
Because there's like, oh my goodness, the touch of life.
They're like, oh, and he's like, all right, bye.
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 And then we get back to Cersei's Islands.
Yeah, so now we move to for me, it's book
Book
12,
12.
The Cattle of the Sun.
See, I have Sea Perils and Defeat, which is kind of a spoiler.
I have to say, the cattle actually don't, like, they're there at the very end, so I don't know why this chapter is all about that, because for me, the voyage is more notable than the cattle, but I didn't name this chapter, so I'm not gonna really take that personally. This one's really,
All right.
really
So what
fascinating.
happens in this chapter, Teresa?
Let me tell you what happens. They go back to Cersei.
Oh my goodness, tell me what happens.
They go back to Cersei. Cersei gives them a map. They chill for a hot minute, and then she's like, okay, so here's what you gotta do. First, you're gonna see sirens. They suck. Don't listen to them. But if you're going to listen to them, here's what you gotta do. Everyone else puts wax in their ears.
I have something to say about this.
You get tied up. You listen, and if they try, if you say, "Hey, untie me," you need to tell your men to tie you harder, and tell you to shut up, and then when you guys get away, they can untie you, and then you're gonna have a fork in the road. And you're gonna have two options. You can go down this one path with these very scary rocks and lots of thrashing water called
Wait, 3 options. You said 3 options, right?
No, there's 2 options.
No, it's 3 options.
Scylla and the Whirlpool are on the same side. That's option 2.
No, because it's 3 options. Because it's like, if you go towards Scylla, you avoid the Whirlpool. But if you don't, you go to the Whirlpool.
Well, that's why, okay, so... Okay, so the way it's laid out is that you have a fork in the path, 2 ways to go. The first one's going to be the rocks, the clashing rocks, and that's super scary. And that's its own thing, where no one but the Argos has gotten past that. So that is a very treacherous route. The other route is you have to somehow slip between the Whirlpools and Scylla. And that's why it's considered an impossible task as well, because it's like, well, you have to navigate both these monsters between these rocks, because it's like they call it the crags, the 2 enormous crags, and it's 2 jagged peaks that they have to like maneuver around, and so it's hard because you have to like navigate Charybdis, the Whirlpool, but you can't lose sight of Scylla, because if you focus too much on the Whirlpool, then Scylla's going to pick you off. If you focus in on Scylla, then you're going to get stuck into the Whirlpool. And this is where the saying, stuck between a rock and a hard place comes from, because he was quite literally stuck between the clashing rocks, and a hard place, which would be trying to figure out the puzzle of Charybdis and Scylla. Which Scylla is this really creepy, so-and-so ugly monster with 12 legs, 6 long necks, 6 hideous heads, and triple rows of fangs. He's spooky. And Charybdis is just
I think I just associated the island of the cattle as course 3 for some reason.
That is you're gonna reach the cattle regardless of whether or not you choose.
I know. I don't know why that was in my head.
Yeah. And so
okay.
That's so it's sirens.
Also, doesn't this also doesn't this kind of also remind you of like the OG trolley problem?
Oh my god, yeah. You gotta choose, man.
On one track, you have 6 people are gonna die regardless, and then on the other track, you all die.
Yeah. It's really it's definitely one of those like the lesser of two evils philosophical debate. And so you have sirens, and then you have to make a choice between a rock and a hard place, and then you will get to the island of Helios, but do not, and this is the second time he's been warned, do not eat the cattle.
Well, okay, Odysseus has been warned. The men have not heard anything.
No.
Odysseus tells them
later.
Odysseus tells them once.
Well, he does later, but I'm saying like this is the second time Odysseus has been warned, and as an audience, we have been also warned in a way. Like we know, like do not eat the fucking cattle.
Yes. Okay, so in line 90, It's like
Uh,
where the second chorus. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. A
okay.
second chorus. So I mean headlands. One is a sharp mountain piercing the sky, with storm cloud round the peak, dissolving never. Not in the brightest summer, to show heaven's azure there, nor in the fall. No mortal man can scale it, nor such a land there, not with 20 hands and feet. So sheer the cliffs are of polished stone. And next to I put, one might say they're the cliffs of insanity.
Uh-huh. The Cliffs of
Uh,
Insanity.
Cliffs of insanity.
And then okay, so that's what she says to
Another
do.
thing. Yeah,
Wait.
another thing.
I haven't
I'm sorry. I
finished.
love that movie so
It
much.
is. It's a great movie.
I've seen
So
it like once every year since I was 4.
such a good movie. All right. Okay. To finish up my thingy. So yes. So they're doing all the stuff. You know, she gives him the warning in the map, and then he's like, awesome, and they go, and he does warn them of the sirens, and so they prep for that. Everything goes smoothly. He listens. He tries to convince them to untie him. They say no. They row harder. They tie him up more, and then eventually they leave, and it's fine. The sirens are rather uneventful, and then they end up choosing Scylla and Charybdis. They're like, yeah, we're gonna choose that one and not the rocks. Um, and that gets a little tricky, especially since Scylla does end up eating 6 of the men, which he notes as being the most heart wrenching thing he's seen thus far. Which that okay, I have notes. And eventually they end up on
Wait,
the island of
okay.
Helios.
So
Uh,
yeah, so Whirlpool, you said Whirlpool, right?
yeah, the whirlpool
And then he
and
ends
the
up
monster.
on the Isle of Calypso, and which
Well,
is why episode is named And Then There Was One.
yes. But so just to recap what happened on Helios real quick. So Island of Helios, they're there, and he said warn them. He's like, guys, look, both Tiresias and Circe said don't eat the fucking cattle, and they're like, got it, boss. And so they don't eat the
They,
cattle.
well,
They don't
okay.
quite yet. They don't eat the
So
cattle, and
they
then
do eat the cattle. We'll get into it, but after that, there's a huge smiting, and
a
then the
big
whirlpool.
smite, big whirlpool again because he gets thrown back to Charybdis, and then he gets washed up on Calypso's island, and then that's where he
Yeah.
kind of is like, and everyone, and then I was here, and you all know how that worked out, ha ha ha. We're up to speed now. The present.
So yeah, this is actually like I didn't mean for this to be. I only meant like I only picked a section because it was like closest to 75 pages. I didn't really mean for it to be a perfect stopping
It was
place.
a great stopping place. Like you really took us to
Because
like,
like,
oh,
oh, now we're finally caught up to the present.
we're caught up to the present.
One of the things, so there's actually a few things. This entire chapter, there's a lot of aspects of it that actually remind me of the Silmarillion.
Oh, okay.
Especially because is it a Maiar? But the god of the sea in the Silmarillion is Ulmo. And then
Uh-huh.
the like kind of like Maiar associated with Ulmo, who work under him, are Ose and Uinen, spirits of the sea. And they're the ones who make kind of the whirlpools, the waves, and kind of make it impossible to pass from Valinor's Middle Earth.
Uh-huh.
It's like why the way is so dangerous.
Yep.
So like when they're describing
I just call it
Charybdis?
Charybdis. Is how I.
Charybdis. Why am I adding a syllable?
Probably where. One minute. One minute.
Charybdis?
I moved away from a page that had it on it. Yeah, Charybdis.
Okay. When it's like talking about Charybdis, it's like the way that they describe it, I'm like, wow, this feels like Silmarillion. And then the nightmare, the way that one second. Scylla.
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 Yeah, the C's not pronounced the way you would
It's a
think.
K and 9.
Ah.
That's why I said Scylla.
I've only ever heard other people say Scylla.
You know, that's probably right.
I don't know.
Scylla.
That's how
I
everyone
think
else has said
Scylla
it to
sounds
me.
better than Scylla.
Yeah, Scylla sounds better,
Or
I
maybe
think.
it's Skyla. Uh-uh.
No.
Scylla.
Scylla.
No, no. That's just right out right there. That's so
Yeah.
wrong. Oh, is it describing Scylla? 1 second. Let me read my... Because there's a point where, Circe is describing Scylla, and she says that nightmare cannot die, being eternal evil itself, horror, pain, and chaos. There is no fighting her. And she kind of, and she goes on, it's like, this actually, it reminds me of two characters, really. Ungoliant and, Shelob, who is an offspring of Ungoliant. So Ungoliant is the OG evil spider. She is an all-consuming darkness that lurks on an island until, Melkor kind of, like, enlists her help in taking over Middle-earth.
Yeah.
But I'm like, huh. That's an interesting parallel there. So I just thought that was really interesting. It's like, oh man, I'm seeing a lot of parallels in this one, and it's mostly like dark, evil ones.
Yeah. No, that's super cool.
Yeah. Also, I thought it was interesting that Circe said, "If you wish."
Right? She's like,
if.
Yeah.
And then when they get near there and he's explaining to his crew, she urged me.
Right. She's like, if you are absolutely hell-bent on this, here's what you could do, but you don't have to. Also, real important side note here, because it's important to me, when they got back to Circe's island, they did in fact get Elpenor's body and give him a proper burial.
Oh yeah, because that's a huge taboo if they.
Oh
do
yeah, and
that.
he asked too.
Like,
He was.
I mean, they were doomed from the start, so it probably didn't really matter. But like, that's like one of the biggest taboos is to leave a body unburied.
Yeah, plus we didn't mention
and that's
it, but
like where we got into that's like actually the main point in Antigone.
Right.
Leaving the body unburied.
Yeah.
That's the first thing is like, yeah. I thought it was really interesting that because I thought the sirens would be more.
They always make the sirens out to be like that was a big peril of the Odyssey, but no, the siren bit is very.
Well,
chill,
I mean,
actually.
even the song, it's really more of a song that's in it. I think it's a continual theme. Is like the lure isn't so much beautiful women and whatnot. The lure is more rest and renewal.
It's like, hey, chill.
You had a rough time. Why don't you sit down for a bit?
Why don't you come hang out with us?
But it's so I thought that was really interesting because I expected it. Yeah, because of like the kind of stigmas is like culture stuff is like, oh, I expected that to be really
in Epic, the musical concept album, there's a song, what is it?
I'm almost out of water.
Oh no! You don't have to keep drinking. Real quick, I'm blanking on the name of the actual song. It goes Suffering, where they run into the sirens, and in this depiction of the sirens, one of them comes in the form of Penelope and tries to like lure Odysseus into the water to like have a fun time and to chill.
That's what I was expecting. That's actually more along the lines of what I was expecting.
And then Different Beast is where they kill the sirens, and he's like, we're spooky now, we're hardcore. And then it goes Scylla, which is one of my favorite songs in the entire album. Scylla is such a cool song. The vocals are incredible. And then Mutiny, where we'll get to that, Eurylochus. And then Thunderbringer, where Zeus kills everybody.
Eurylochus is really a problem.
Eurylochus is probably my least favorite person.
Really?
I thought he's up there though.
Attenuous.
Attenuous is, you know what? He is kind of an absolute, but I don't like him. Him and Eurylochus though, they're both up there. Eurylochus, I guess I have a little bit more sympathy for.
You do realize, so Attenuous is like his main evil is like he's trying to court a widow and he's kind of being a rude house guest, whereas Eurylochus is actual mutiny and kills the cattle of the sun.
Okay, look, Eurylochus has some issues later. All right, we'll get to Eurylochus being. Not Eurylochus, sorry, Attenuous. Attenuous does some.
Like you think you like Attenuous more, dislike him more than Eurylochus?
Yeah, because Attenuous tries to kill Telemachus. That's where we left him, remember? We left him plotting to murder Telemachus.
But he hasn't yet.
But he wants to. To be fair, Eurylochus. Eurylochus.
And we know that he won't.
But Eurylochus, to be fair, hasn't actually killed anybody. He just made very, very, very stupid choices.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Don't worry. Eurylochus sucks. He got what he got. He deserved it.
I don't think he deserved it.
Really? He quite literally committed mutiny twice.
I don't think he's okay.
He was warned, and Odysseus tried to save him, and he died.
He's been on a boat.
Yes.
For years.
And to be fair, he does just want to get home to his wife, like everybody else.
Like, he just wants to get home to his wife like everyone else. Yeah. But also, I like his character. I don't necessarily like what he does. But I really like his character. Because of the conflict that he introduces into the story.
Yes.
And in a lot of survival stories, like real survival stories, you have this character, you have this person. So I think it's a really interesting look at human nature, especially because it even says they are strained to the breaking point.
Yes.
Especially after Scylla, like they encounter Scylla and she takes men of the best men. Like they are strained to the absolute breaking point. They are desperate, and just Odysseus, I think he made the right decision in terms of, because you kind of see this in Art of War too, because there's only so much information you can give the people who are under you in terms of like you being as an authority figure, and too much information and you start to lose control over them, but not enough information. And then they kind of, like, you have to really pay attention to that dynamic.
Yes.
It's kind of like the main point of that chapter.
Yeah.
And Odysseus, to be fair, like, there wasn't that much he can do. Because he like, admits, it's like, I didn't tell them about this.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing they could do. So I didn't want them to worry about something they had no control over.
Yeah, and they were already so fearful that he was like, I'm not going to add another thing that's going to make it hard for them to continue on, you know? There's only so many pep talks I can...
Also, I don't know if that was necessarily the right... Like, I think it was a... Like,
It made sense.
It's like the unsaid choice between the Whirlpool and Scylla.
Yeah.
It's like another unsaid conflict and unsaid choice. It's like to tell them or not to tell them.
Yeah.
Because it's also like, well, if you told them, they wouldn't have wanted to go.
Yeah.
And then he didn't tell them, and they just were at the breaking point, and that's why they did what they did.
Yes. And I think it makes a lot of sense.
It's like, Eurylochus isn't my least favorite character. I actually really liked his character.
He's super neat. I mean, I like Antinous as a character too.
And especially in terms of, I think Eurylochus is better.
You would really like him in Epic. He's very relatable and very. He is hard to hate.
Which I think is actually very accurate.
Yeah,
because,
no, I think they did a really good job.
I think his character is such a reflection of human nature when we are pushed to the absolute brink.
And like throughout the album, it's always Eurylochus being the one who counters Odysseus, being like, "Are you sure this is a good idea? Are you sure this isn't gonna kill us? Are you sure this is the right move?" And so he's the one that's constantly kind of being that counter force to Odysseus.
Yeah. And then once they do get to the island of the sun god.
Yeah.
The cattle.
Yeah. And Odysseus is like, "Hey, you guys, here's what I was told twice. Do not eat the cattle." And they're like, "Okay. Fair."
Oh my gosh, you know a parallel to this? I just realized. Because Odysseus goes off to basically pray to the gods, right?
He does. He does.
Yeah.
He does.
What story does that remind you of? It's gonna come up in the passion here soon.
It's the Garden of Gethsemane. Yeah, because he's like, "Don't go to sleep," and they're like, "We won't go to sleep, Jesus," and then he leaves, and they go to sleep.
Because it's like right before he is about to die on the cross.
He's about to die, and he knows that.
Sucked into the whirlpool.
Yeah. I do think it's funny that, so like, yeah, they like, we're not gonna eat the cattle. We're just gonna eat our stuff, right? The stuff we brought with us. But then like a bad storm comes.
Like, they were there longer than I thought they were gonna be.
Well, it's because the storm comes in.
The stores were low. They were kind of starting to starve. So,
well, they were stuck.
It does make more sense. Because even though they knew not to, it makes more sense why they did.
They were pushed
they're like,
to desperation.
"Oh my god, we're gonna die anyways. So why not do what we know might help, which is sacrifice to our gods, pray to the gods."
And I will give this to Eurylochus.
I don't think it's so black and white as to, because like the way people always say it, like we always tell the story, it's like, "Oh, they did it anyways." But like, there's so much more nuance to it that
that's why I really want to touch on this aspect of the fact that they were stuck on that island for days. Like it wasn't just like, "We won't do it," and then they did it because they were idiots. They initially agreed. They initially made the smart choice, and then they were pushed to a point where they had only two options, which I will say, I do love the way Eurylochus puts it. "I would rather die at sea with one deep gulp of death than die by inch on this desolate island here." He's like, "Look, I know we might get in trouble with the gods by doing this, but I would rather be struck down by a god quickly than slowly starve to death," which is fair. That is a fair choice.
Something that worships the gods anyways. Like, they're going out by practicing the ritual.
And they did try. In their defense, they did try to at least offer up prayers and offerings. But
it wasn't them killing to eat. It was them killing to sacrifice.
Yes.
I think that's a major distinction that needs to be made, because it was for religious reason that they cattle.
Yeah. They're like, "Please, this is our last ditch effort.
Deliver us.
Get us home." And it doesn't work though, because Helios finds out and he gets real pissy about it. And he's like, Zeus, they killed my cattle. And Zeus is
like, "Let them go, I'll deal with it." And
he's
then
like,
strikes
"Bro,
them
is not even."
This is the great knighting.
Yeah, which he breaks their one ship they had left. Odysseus somehow survives. He gets thrown back to the whirlpool, where he has to kind of survive that one last time, and he does.
Well, he survives it by clinging to a fig tree until the whirlpool spit up the thing,
Yes.
some debris again that he could hang on to.
Yes. Because
Which
it only does that 3 times a day.
clinging to the fig tree is definitely significant. I can't exactly tell you why it's significant right now, but I know it's significant.
It'll probably come up eventually. But I do think it's very interesting that the whole plot point of Charybdis is that it only does this whirlpool thing 3 times a day. It did it twice already, and so he knew it only had one more shot left, which means all he had to do was at least wait it out. He didn't have to fight it, he just had to wait it out, and that would be enough to get him out. Which, kind of again goes to Odysseus' whole, like, I'm so good at planning and thinking about things.
Well, it was also, like, kind of by chance as well.
Yeah. And then I do like that it says that once he got past, he said, I rode hard with my hands right through the straits. So he was just hands. It was just like paddling really hard. And I'm like, damn, that sucks. That's gotta be hard.
Well, it's kind of like he used it like a surfboard and was paddling.
Yeah, I know, but like, he went from like having a boat to being like, my hands. Like, that's, rough.
Yeah.
All right.
This was a good section. I had fun with it was the most heartbreaking section. But like it was good.
Yes. I will say I did start reading a little bit
of the next section so far.
I
not that I haven't been enjoying the book up to this point. I've been really enjoying the book up to this point. But there was just so much that happened in so short a time.
Yeah. I will say I did get a little distracted, and I technically did read book 13.
That's okay.
I got excited. I was like, ooh, let's keep going.
My book 13, I think I really like book 13 because the title of my book 13 is One More Strange Island.
Oh, it's like, ooh. See, mine's
like, one more. We got one more.
Mine's a little bit more on the nose. It's Ithaca at last.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Okay.
I do think. Okay, so we can go ahead and choose what we're reading for next time.
Oh, sorry. I know I just interrupted you.
No, you're good.
I was just gonna say, like, I think one of the things that was really engaging for me is I really liked the survival aspect. Yes. Because you really got into more of the mindset of what was going on instead of Odysseus. And that's kind of the play on the first perspective and the third perspective is like Odysseus is obviously telling the story in first-person perspective, and now we're going to return to third-person perspective. I'm really interested to see how this story shifts.
Yes.
But I really like the survivalist exploration kind of part of this story is probably what I got most excited about. Because I like reading survival stories. I think they're really interesting.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
That might say something. I don't know what that says about me.
I'm sure it says something. I don't know. All right. What do we want to read for next time?
So 75. The closest point to 75 pages is page 305 for me. It's chapters 13, 14, and 15. Oh, 16. It's chapters 13 through 16. Okay. So we're ending at the end of 16 before 17. We're halfway through this book at this, like,
dude, we're
halfway now.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's halfway. It feels like so much longer.
Yeah, we still
got it feels like it's been a longer book,
to go
even though it ends.
Okay, so we got. I'm just trying to figure out where a certain part is. All right, so we're gonna do 13 through 16, or 216 through 16. Okay.
Through 16. You should be ending at book 17.
Got it.
Because it's page 229 to page 305.
Yeah.
In the next couple of weeks.
Yikes. Okay, yeah, we're getting through this.
We only have a few more of these to go.
Yeah.
I like the 75-page format because it feels, even though it technically takes us longer because it is every 2 weeks, it feels like we're getting through more of the book discussion-wise.
Yes.
Like, it kind of tricks us, it's kind of tricking me into thinking I'm reading it faster than I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
This was fun. I liked this one.
This was a good one.
Yeah, I liked this discussion the best so far.
This was, I think, a lot of fun. There was a lot to talk about, a lot of dead people. So it was kind of a bummer.
So many dead people.
But also we got some of the most, like, quintessential parts of the Odyssey. Like, the kind of...
Yeah.
Like, you know, we got Scylla, we got Charybdis, we got, you know,
there's
the
a
rocks.
lot of setup for this, and honestly, the setup pays off.
It does, because because I read this abridged, all right? Getting all the little extra details in between that were cut out for the abridged version are so fun, because they really do set this up well.
I actually don't like abridged versions.
Oh, I hate
abridged versions annoy me.
I do too.
Like, so much. Part of the reason is like, I can choose what I don't want to read. Thank you very much.
I mean, that's fair. I read it when I was young, though, and if I had,
I totally get that, because I read a severely abridged version of the Three Musketeers when I was young, like 10, and it made me want to read the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, and I mean,
for a book report. So I actually really appreciate those, but I really. Because even though it's a lot of setup with Telemachus going to find his father and Odysseus landing on the Isle of Scheria and then finally starting to tell a story, like, it feels like a lot of payoff.
It does. You really get an insight.
Even though it feels long, it feels like it was worth it.
Yeah, you get an insight into the people, the space, the sort of things that have happened in the meantime, and it really does help lead into the quintessential Odyssey story, which is, you know, from Troy up until where he is.
For a reason.
Yeah, it's a classic for a reason. It's a really good story.
It lasted 4,000 years for a reason.
Yeah, it certainly has. All right, so we are going to read 13 through 16.
Yep.
And that will be on, look at my calendar, the 11th? Yes, I believe.
1 second. Let me look at my calendar.
Unless you have something going on.
I don't have anything going on at April 11th.
I was going to go to a conference, but I don't think I can afford the housing right now. The lodging. Which is fine. My health has not been great anyway. All right. So.
Oh, it should be getting better, but that's besides the point.
It should be. But we will see you guys for that stream.
Yeah?
Yep.
Bye.
Happy reading.